Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up, ladies and fellas, welcome back to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, and this time it's Duelist Revolution as well as another Turbo Pack Booster 3. We're quickly closing in on 2011, but for now, let's see what Duelist Revolution has in store for us. So, right at the bat, Scrap Archfiend there staring at us with the new archetype Scraps, which we'll cover when we see one of them who actually has the effect. But Effect Veiler, obviously very good hand trap. You can pitch it during your opponent's main phase to negate one of their phase monsters until the end of the turn. Obviously very good. Hand traps, obviously good. There's also something of having a lot of beasts here, like stuff like Monoceros can, when synchro summoning Monoceros, synchro summon using a Monoceros and a beast type tuner, you can select a beast type tuner that was used for the synchro summon and get not Monoceros, but to get that thing back, sorry, meaning that you can use this to synchro climb. Obviously this has been intended to do with a small synchro line that we'll see in a little bit. Unicorn Familiar is a tuner. Egotistical Ape also a tuner, and Egotistical Ape is actually very interesting and quite good, since it's a level 5 beast tuner, which cannot be normal summoned or set, but can only be spell summoned by sending a beast monster from your hand to the grave. And when it's special summoned, you can either increase or decrease its level by the level of the beast type monster you pitch for its special summon. Which means it's a very flexible, because you can just get a level 5, it's just a special summonable level 5. Like basically, it can work as a quick draw synchron for beasts, which is already very good, but you can also level modulate it, which obviously makes it all the more impressive. My model protects itself by battle destruction once per turn, and then if it's sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon of a beast monster, you get a draw, and then if it's also if it leaves the opponent by your opponent's card effect, you banish it. So basically having extra incentives to deal with it by card effects, being protecting itself once for battle, and then obviously getting rid of permanently if you actually deal with it with a card effect, but still very good. Try to warrior normal summons a specific level 3 monster from your hand, but obviously if you have a level 3 tuner, you can just use these to go into a level 7. Many more beasts, and then we get to the main thing in the set, being scraps that we already talked about. I want to talk about them individually because, spoiler alert, we'll definitely see them in the deck breakdown because I already know what I'm playing. But basically, scraps are a line of earth monsters that have focus on popping themselves. Like multiple of them, like both of their tuners here, Scrap Goblin, Scrap Beast, have the effect where if this phase of defense position card is selected as an attack target, you destroy the card at the end of the battle phase. And then they have the effect, like if it's destroyed by effect of a scrap card and sent to a graveyard, they add the monster from your grave to your hand, except their own names. And obviously then being popped by the effect, it means that they're popped by a scrap card. So scraps, very interesting. Then we have what's here as well, focusing on direct attacking. And Naturia gets more stuff here as well. A bamboo shoot probably being the more notorious one here. Bamboo Shoot being a tribute summon that while you control this physical card of tribute summon using a trio monster, your opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. Obviously, a tribute summon of a 2000 monster means it's not the hardest to beat over, but still, negating 2/3 of the card types from the game is obviously very powerful. Amazonas also gets some support here, Lockout for the Lock archetype. Dragonoid Dragust and Ultimate Accent Kicker as these like fuck all fusions that kinda don't do much. What Chimera here for the Watts, obviously, and then the line that I was talking about, the 3 Beast, Thunder Unicorn level 5, Voltic Bicorn level 7, and Lightning Tricorn level 8. And we'll also talk more about these in the deck breakdowns, so I won't bother talking about them more here. Scrap Dragon probably being the most important. Synchro here being a completely generic level 8, and once per day you can target a card you control and card your opponent controls and destroy them, and when it's this card in your position destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard mostly, so you can't just pop itself and get the value. That way you target a non-synchro scrap in your grave to special summon it back. Double Cyclone, a way to deal with spells, Scrapyard to search for Scrap Tuner specifically. Scrap Store gets you draws, gets you pops on your scraps, gets you scrap in the grave. It kind of just does everything, really. Then we have a Nature Forest, Amazonas Village, so some field spells for those. You got Beacon to select a banish level 5 or lower beast type, or beast or winged beast monster to banish a card in your hand and spell summon the monster in attack position. Regal Synchro Fusion also makes its debut here. Pot of Duality finally also more pot cards for us. Then we get the traps where it's very unimpressive really. Chain Whirlwind is another way to deal with spell traps as well. Then we have more stuff for Amazonas as a scrap card as well. And then Solemn Warning. Probably the single most impactful card, I would say, in the set, and I feel like this will be... there's going to be a lot of caution that needs to be had when your opponent has stuff set in the back row because of Solemn Warning. So when a monster would be summoned, or when a spell or trap or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that specials a monster, you pay 2,000 negate it. So basically anything being summoned you can negate with Solemn Warning. It's very powerful. And we have some stuff here, nothing too crazy. Then we have a little bit of stuff, obviously, from the dual terminal or as well. Cyclone Creator giving us access to, once again, the Catastor. So we have our guaranteed level 5 Stygian Street Patrol, actually pretty interesting, since you can banish it from your grave to special Fiend with 2,000 less from your hand. So if you end up like somehow finding a way to play like a small Fable package, that could be interesting there. But for the Triple Pack, we have Kai's the Shadow Monarch, we have Dark Ruffer, obviously. We've seen these all already. Rescue Yacht being quite integral since there is a lot of beast support in the main set. Rekindling, Treasure Star Pole, Gladiator Beast, Sabers, get stuff, Magical Antro once again here, but since we have Catastor, I don't think that'll come up. More Sabers, Diamond Dude, DD Crow here, and then Kaiku, Kogomero, Drago, Noble Man of Cross Cells, Cloak and Dagger, Glad Beast, War Chariot, and a Polynosis. So actually a lot of powerful cards in the Turbo Pack. So sorry, this ran very long. I, for whatever reason, ended up actually breaking my own rules that I set for just a few episodes ago, that hey, I won't talk about individual cards really, but I feel like also there were like enough interesting things to talk about here, so hopefully you bear with me. But yeah, that is the set. Hopefully you enjoyed the set breakdown, and hopefully you enjoy the deck breakdowns as well, and I will see you there next.
Alrighty then, it's time for a revolutionary concept in forcing Catastor into the deck, ladies and gentlemen. That was horrible. I'm sorry about that. That's I regret that immensely. But yeah, today we worked on Duelist Revolution, and Duelist Revolution is a really fucking jank set, honestly. Like, the only archetype that I felt like could actually have playability in it was Scraps, which probably kind of makes sense because if it's a super jank deck, Scraps are the jankest of jank, They're literal trash, after all. But yeah, we are going to start off with Ally of Justice Cyclone Creator, which has no use here outside of being a level 3 tuner that has Ally of Justice in its name, so I can justify playing 3 Catastor. Yeah, and then we have Effect Veiler, which is a card that most people who are probably watching this series know what this card is. This card allows you to, during your opponent's main phase, discard it and negate one effect monster's effect until the end of that turn. This card is not the first hand trap, I think. Swift Scarecrow and Battle Fader count as hand traps as well, but they're combat tricks. But Fixed Veiler is the first instance of a card that has the ability to just outright stop your opponent's plays on turn 0. You can use this on your turn 0 and your opponent's first turn. So yeah, this card is very important to how Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually evolves and how things are going to change from here on out. We will probably have to think about how we will implement hand traps in the future as well. Like, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck building kind of boils down to how much of an engine can you put into the deck and how many hand traps can you put in the deck and how many like consistency boosts can you have in your deck. So we will eventually have to either decide there are not gonna be any universal hand traps we can use, and we'll just have engines and shit, or we'll have to figure out how many hand traps we're allowed to put in the deck. But yeah, that's for like 10 years in the future, so we can ignore that safely for a while. Then we have Egotistical Ape, which is a Nomi monster that has the effect of it can be special summoned by sending a beast type monster from your hand to the graveyard, and when it's special summoned, it can gain or lose levels equal to the amount of levels that beast type monster had. Then we have Mind Mode, which is a monster that cannot be destroyed by battle. It has the effect of if this card is sent to the graveyard for the synchro summon of a beast monster, draw 1 card, and if this card you control leaves the field by your opponent's card effect, banish it. So yeah, it just kind of gets fucking yeeted. But the fact that it can't be destroyed by battle means that it's honestly a fairly good wall, on top of there being a decent amount of protection you can give it, like things like Horn of the Phantom Beast. But Egotistical Ape is also a tuner. I have to mention this because I kind of forgot. I just glossed over that. Egotistical Ape is a tuner that you can control the level for. It's either a level 5 tuner that you can just instantly summon, or it can be a level 8 tuner or a level 2 tuner, depending on, or level 1 or level 9, so on and so forth. Then we have Plague Spreader, because Plague Spreader is making its way into every single fucking deck in existence because of the number of Archfiends in this goddamn game, dude. Like, look at the number of cards that this shitty archetype has. Holy hell. Like, the big thing is that we keep getting cards that have Archfiend in their name, and that means that we get access to Zombie Skull, and because we have access to Zombie Skull, we immediately have access to Plague Spreader. Therefore, yeah, we get to play Plague Spreader. But yeah, Plague Spreader is a card that we've seen a dozen times now, so I don't want to explain it further. Scrap Beast. Scrap Beast is a 1.6 thousand beast tuner monster, level 4. If this face-up card is target for an attack at the end of the battle phase, destroy this card. If this card is destroyed by the effect of a scrap card and sent to the graveyard, you can target a scrap monster in your graveyard, except Scrap Beast, and add that target to your hand. So the main idea is that your opponent would attack into it with something that is smaller than it, and then it would get destroyed afterwards. But as you can probably figure out, that's not very likely to happen when this card only has 1.3 thousand defense. So yeah, we have another card later on that will have a similar effect, but it's much better for what it wants to do. Then we have Scrap Chimera. Scrap Chimera is your play starter, and it has the effect of cannot be used as a synchro material except for the synchro summon of a scrap monster, and all of the materials must be scrap monsters. Oh. Wait, I'm stupid, I think. I kind of did gloss over this line entirely. Holy shit. Yeah. I kind of glossed over this line, so a lot of the deck building that I made for this doesn't really work, but we'll see how it turns out. When this card is normal summon, you can target one scrap tuner in your graveyard and special summon that target. So basically, you would use this to summon out Scrap Beast to go into Scrap Dragon, or use this to summon out Goblin to go into Scrap Archfiend. And that's pretty strong, pretty decent for a 2010 archetype. Then Scrap Goblin, which is the card that I was talking about before in relation to Scrap Beast effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this phase of attack position the card is selected for an attack target, destroy this card at the end of the battle phase. If this card is destroyed by the effect of a scrap card and sent to the graveyard, you can select one scrap monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So this card is a significantly better version of Beast in the regard that it can actually use its own effect fairly consistently. Like Beast's self-pop effect is probably never going to happen. You're mostly playing this card as a beater, like using cards like from the Phantom Beast, or even just Scrap Sheen, or using it to bait stuff, and so on and so forth. And on top of that, you're using it as a level 4 tuner. But Goblin probably will have its effect pop more often than not. Scrap Hunter is a level 3 non-tuner monster. Once per turn, you can set one face of monster, your scrap monster your opponent you control, except this card, and destroy it, and send one tuner monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you can pop a card to send a card, which is not horrible, but at this time I can't really like say that it's very good either. There are some effects in here that I think would probably benefit from it, but I don't remember if I even have them in here. Then here, Double Cyclone. Double Cyclone is a MST that pops 2 cards on the field. So you would basically want to target one of your own expendable spell traps and then your opponent's spell traps. Or you could do what I'm intending to do, is using Double Cyclone because it's a quick play, just like MST, in conjunction with stuff like Scrap Storm or Scrap Sheen or even Scrap Yard to play Scrap Yard, play Double Cyclone, target my Scrap Yard, and then target one of my opponent's spell traps, pop the Scrap Yard, but because it gets destroyed but not negated, I just get to add a Scrap Tutor to my hand anyway. I think Double Cyclone is a really cool card, and I'm really glad that we're gonna probably see it be played a lot here. Duality. I think this is the first time we've seen Duality. Yes, excluding that part where a certain someone added Pot of Duality into his anniversary decks, not realizing that Pot of Duality was not legal yet, as it was only legal in the next set. No, I'm not salty. No, not at all. So Pot of Duality has the effect of excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand. After that, shuffle the rest into your deck. You can only activate one Pot of Duality per turn, and you cannot special summon during the turn you activate this effect. This card is a really good consistency booster for a lot of slower decks, especially like in this period of time. Like a lot of decks that didn't need to rely on special summoning, or that could just normal summon Alias, set a Gemini Spark, and sit on that, and hope for the best, pretty much. Then Scrap Sheen, which is a combat trick. So one face up scrap monster you control and destroy it. All face up scrap monsters you control gain 1000 attack until the end phase. Important note, these are scrap cards, therefore they activate the effects of Goblin and Beast. Scrap Storm, target one scrap monster you control, send one scrap monster from your deck to the graveyard, then draw one card and destroy that monster. Again, activates Goblins and Beast effect. Scrap Yard, add one Scrap Tuner from your deck to your hand, which is basically just an e-combo for Scrap Beast and Goblin. Anti-Magic Prism, there's a lot of quick play cards, so Anti-Magic Prism can be good. When your opponent activates a quick play spell card, select one card on the field and destroy it. That's pretty fucking good, honestly. Like, legitimately, when you think about the fact that even I have 6, and even more if I consider my side deck. Like 6 to 8 quick plays. So it can be pretty good, yeah. And I would assume that he's also going to be playing, Weebfox is going to also be playing Scraps. Then we have Horn the Phantom Beast, which is a card that I really wanted to include because of how it functions together with Scrap Chimera and Scrap Beast, and even Mind Mold to a degree. But if you target one Beast or Beast Warrior monster with it, equip it to that target and it gains 800 attack. If the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, draw one card. So basically this would become a draw engine using Beast or Chimera or Mind Mold to just swing over like smaller things, and I keep like plus oneing off of that. So if I kill 2 monsters with any monster that has this script, it's already like value, and I think it's worthwhile. Even like the 800 bonus is pretty big too, and considering that we have cards like Scrap Sheen, it might be relevant as well. Miracle's Wake. Miracle's Wake has the effect of target one monster that was destroyed by balance in the graveyard this turn and special summon it. Your graveyard this turn, specifically, not your opponent's. For example, you can run into something, activate this to summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard. Reanimation Wave, activate only when your opponent's monster declares a direct attack. Select one synchro monster in your graveyard with a level less than or equal to the attacking monster. The battle damage you take from that attack is halved. At the end of the damage set, special summon the selected synchro monster from the graveyard. I think this card can be pretty good. Like, it's gonna be really clunky and jank and kind of shit, But in very like specific circumstances, I can see this working out. I can see this being a decent play. And that's kind of why I put it in instead of a second copy of Miracle's Wake. 3 copies Solemn Warning. I think this is the first set Solemn is in as well. Solemn Warning is a, like, I guess a retrain of Judgment to a degree. It's a way weaker version of Judgment. It only affects cards that summon, or it affects spells, traps, or monster effects that would summon or summons themselves, rather than negating any spells, traps, or monster summons. Yeah. And then we have the extra deck. We have an extra copy of Veiler, which is probably going to come in handy. Rescue Cat, you can send to the graveyard from the field, and special summon 2 level 3 or lower beast monster from your deck, but their effects are negated. I don't remember if there are any tuners, like level 3 or below tuners, so I'm kind of just using this to turbo more mind moles, and that's about it. Yeah. Then another copy of Double Cyclone, Guts of Steel. Select with 3 scrap monsters in your graveyard. Your opponent picks one of them. You special them to either player side of the field and remove the rest from play. I think this can be really good because it allows you to pretty much recover like Beast or Goblin, and I guess Chimera as well if you really need it. Now, Wise Mouse Chalice. If you control no monsters, select one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it. It cannot be attributed. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. Never mind. Never mind. I'm an idiot. If you control no monster, second one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it. It cannot be attributed or used as a synchro material monster. During the end phase of this turn, give control of that special summon monster to your opponent. Anti-Magic Prism. When your opponent activates this quick play spell card again. Yeah, this is, we already had this. Cloak and Dagger. I kind of thought that I only had them inside deck, but yeah. Cloak and Dagger is a card we saw, I think, last time when we had Jinzo, and we just called Jinzo every time. I might be misremembering. I might be thinking of Prohibition, but yeah. Declare one monster card name. If your opponent's normals, specials, or flips that monster face up, remove that monster from play. Scrap Dragon, Cataster, Archfiend, Red Dragon Arch, yeah, so on and so forth. Miracle's Wake, and then we have the extra deck, which consists of Cataster, Unplayable Garnet, Lightning Tricord. If this card destroys your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, you can select one. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, you can select one Thunder Unicorn or Voltic Bicorn in your graveyard and special summon it. It's 2,800 beat stick, level 8, requires 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner beast monster. Red Dragon Archfiend, which we have the ability to play because of Scrap Archfiend and our Archfiend Zombie Skull. We've seen this card a dozen times too. Scrap Archfiend, it's a synchro monster without an effect. Scrap Dragon, if once per turn you can target one card you control and one card your opponent controls. Destroy them. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, target one non-synchro scrap monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. This is a pretty good card. It's a level 8, so it's a level 8 generic synchro monster with the ability to pop a card on your opponent's field. I would say that this thing is gonna be the de facto synchro monster for the set. So we'll see how this turns out. Thought Rule Archfiend. Thought Rule Archfiend is a card we've already seen a billion times as well. Thunder Unicorn. Once per turn during your main phase, you can select one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 500 attack for each monster you control until the end phase. During the turn this effect is activated, no other monsters can attack except this card. And then Voltic Bicorn. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either a battle or card effect, both players send the top 7 cards of their deck to the graveyard. I think this is going to be, odds are it's going to be a scrap mirror match, and it's going to come down to whoever gets out, either Cataster or Scrap Dragon. So good luck with the games.
And welcome back, guys and gals, and here is what we are playing today. So it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple, so this shouldn't take too long. But you know me, I'm known to ramble, so without further ado, let's get right to it. So starting us off, we have a single egotistical ape. I have 2 more in this side deck as well. Must be special, can only be special summoned by pitching a beast from your hand to the grave, and then you can, if you want to, level modulate it by the level of the beast you send. So you can either get this as a level 5 tuner, which is already pretty good, but obviously you can also just change its level according to the situation. So it's just a very flexible. This is basically just a beast type quick draw synchron, which makes it obviously very good. But I don't have that many beasts in my in my hand, Great job, me. In my deck, the only ones being Chimera and Beast. Obviously, like the optimal way to use this would be to pitch Beast, because then we can use Chimera to get it back. But we have, if we want to side into the more heavy Beast package, then we can go into more egotistical apes as well. Then for the actual scraps, we have 3 Scrap Beast, which is a level 4 tuner, a face-up defense position. If this face-up defense position card is targeted for an attack, at the end of the battle phase, you destroy the card, and if it's destroyed by the effect of Scrap card and sent to graveyard, you can target a Scrap into your graveyard, except a Scrap Beast, and add it to your hand. Which, obviously, this procs itself, since if it's there in face-up, it gets attacked, then it pops itself, it gets you something back. This, along with Chimera, also just makes a very simple level 8, which is very good. The other tuner that we have is Scrap Goblin, which is a level 3, and it has the same effect where if in face up it gets popped, and then it adds a Scrap monster in your graveyard to your hand, except its own name. But additionally, Goblin cannot be destroyed by battle. So you could have it sit there in attack, but obviously you're taking a lot of damage, it's having 0 attack as well. But this basically just means that even in, you can set it face down, first time it'll protect itself since it's in face down, and the next time it would be attacked, it's in face up defense, it pops itself by the effect, so you have to at least get the recursion. It's very good. Then we have Scrap Recycler, which is a level 3 on normal or special summon. You can Foolish Burial a machine type monster. And then once per turn, you can shuffle 2 specifically level 2 Earth Machine monsters from your graveyard in the deck to draw 1. And the only applicable targets that we have are Chimeras and Beasts, but Chimera is the one that if somehow the games go so long, which actually it wouldn't be too far-fetched, since I do feel like this is like a little bit on the lower power scale. Like if we somehow use all our Chimeras, like being able to reshuffle 2 Chimeras into our deck and additionally draw would be obviously very good. And even if we shuffle by stuff like Beast, we have stuff like Scrapyard to get it out of our deck. So Recycler is just a nice way to, well, recycle our cards. Scrap Hunter, a level 3, 1600, and once per turn you can select a physical scrap monster you control, except this card, pop it, and then send a tuner from your deck to the grave. This is basically like if our hand ends up being like really bad, but we have maybe like something like Goblin that gives an Hunter, which gives us like awkward levels. We can use Hunter to assure like Goblin gets popped, and then we can maybe pitch something like Beast from our deck to set up for a Chimera to go into Dragon. Chimera, probably the best scrub we have here, obviously, along with our tuners that we need. Very simple, cannot be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of a scrap monster, and all other materials must be scrap monsters as well. And then when it's normal summoned, you can target a scrap tuner in your grave to special summon the target. So obviously, makes a 7 with Goblin, namely Scrap Archfiend, and makes a 8 with Beast, namely Scrap Dragon, which is the one that we want to be making. Then we have a tribute summon in Scrap Golem, a level 5, 2300 attack. And once per turn, you can target a level 4 or lower scrap monster in your grave to spell summon that target either player's field. The other players matters later on when there's the card that what was it called? Searcher. When this is spell summon, destroy all face monster you control access scrap monster. So you could use Golem to go into Scrap Searcher on your opponent's field and then pop their field, which would be obviously pretty good. But here, we don't really care about summoning stuff to Jeexx's side of the field. Mostly this would be to go into Goblin, but this to go into... Sorry, Jesus. To go into Scrap Dragon. Or in a pitch, if we don't have tuners, we can go for a recycler to at least get a tuner in the grave for the following turn. Cyclone Creator can be used to maybe push for damage to return back row before we go into anything. But if Jeexx has, like, let's say we have a lot of tuners and Jeexx has like solemn warnings or something else he wants to protect, then probably he would solemn warning this. But that's all still like fine. It's mostly just here to give us access to Catastrophe though. Then we have 2 Trident Warriors. which on normal summon special summons a level 3 monster from our hand, which actually we have like decent targets. We can go into Cyclone Creator to get a lot of field presence. If we have a tuner already, then we can go for maybe a synchro play with that, or we can just simply use it to get stuff out of Jeexx's back row. We can go into Scrap Hunter if we have, once again, like already a scrap to pop. Or we can go into Recycler, or in best case scenario, obviously Goblin, to just simply make it level 7 with Trident Warrior. 2 Crow to deal with anything like Jeexx wants to go for with like Scrap Chimera lineups. 3 Effect Veilers, obviously like being very good against stuff like Scrap Dragon, being very good against stuff like Chimera. It just deals with a lot of things, even deals with the battle immune nature of Goblin. It's just a very good hand trap to have. Scrap Storm, a quick play spell that targets a scrap monster you control, pitches a scrap from your deck to the grave, draws 1, and then pops the monster, so you just get your scrap pop effects as well. It just does a lot for the archetype, obviously. Scrapyard to get our beasts and goblins from our deck to our hand. A single duality. You excavate top 3, add 1 to your hand, and then shuffle the rest back into the deck. You can now activate 1 per turn, and you can special summon during the turn you activate this card. Obviously, very good early on, but later on, we don't really want to be seeing this since we have a lot of ways to special summon. That being stuff like Scrap Golem, stuff like Scrap Chimera, going into the Synchro, Trident Warrior, so we don't really want to be seeing this later on. Then Chain Whirlwind, this is to have something to actually deal with back row, and obviously the condition of only being activatable when a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect is very easy to meet in Scrap, since stuff like Beast and Goblin pops itself, in Scrap Hunter being able to pop other stuff. There's just a lot of ways to actually pop. Even Solemn Warning destroying the card, so we can even like use this if Jeexx has a lot of back row. If his Solemn Warning something, we can then at least get something out of that by using Chain Whirlwind to pop some of his stuff. And the aforementioned Solemn Warning, obviously very good, because any sort of summon happening, we can just stop with Solemn Warning. As for the side decks, some stuff we've already talked about. We have Kaios here. If we like are really struggling to deal with stuff, then we can go into Kaios, especially like that's something to deal with Catastor as well. More, I guess, Escalapes, as we already talked about. And then these beast packages are basically here, a 1 more DD Crow, Scrap Rage, that boost. This is basically just to push for damage if we feel like it. But the beast package basically here for Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat in the Turbo Pack means that we actually can utilize the beast package in the main set. Obviously, we have seen this already. We can use this to not, unfortunately, go into the scrap, since the scrap beasts are level 4s, but instead we can use this to go into Mind Mole, Playful Possum, or Unicorn Familiar, which I chose here to go alongside Rescue Cat and Exorcism Ape for the beast package. Mind Mole is already good since it's battle immune once per turn, so it has to be beat over twice, and then if you go into a beast synchro with it, you get to draw. Playful Possum, the effect doesn't really matter. It's basically just here if we want to go for a level 2. That's a non-tuner, and Unicorn Familiar is there, so we have a level 2 actually tuner. So the most likely align with these would be Mind Mole and Unicorn Familiar to get those with Rescue Cat to just go into Catastor. Then for our extra deck, finally, we have 3 Scrap Dragon, which once per turn you can target a card you control and card your opponent controls to pop them, and when this card is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you get to spell summon back a non-synchro Scrap. But it's a completely generic. It's 2800. It's decently big. It can pop stuff. It's just a very good card. I'll cover these in unison since it makes the most sense. Scrap Archfiend is there just because it's the only generic level 7 that we can go into. It's just a big dump beater. It has no effect. Catastor is here because of Cyclone Creator. Obviously, we've seen this a million times already. We've continued seeing it. And then the Tricorn, Bicorn, and Unicorn line. So Unicorn, the starting one being a level 5, takes a beast-type tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters, and once per turn during the main phase, you can select a face monster your opponent controls to make it lose 500 for each monster you control on the end phase. And during the turn, if this is activated, no other monster can attack except for Unicorn itself. Bicorn is a level 7, also takes a beast-type tuner and 1 or more non-tuner monsters, and then if it's destroyed by your opponent's card, the battle effect, both players mill top 7. doesn't really do anything. I just wanted to talk about this. That's why. Like, I'll be realistic. I don't think we would go into these like ever, because like we can go into these with egotistical ape. And like most likely, if we wanted to go for something with egotistical ape, it would be Thunder Unicorn. I think Volting Picorn awful, and the only reason to go into Unicorn would be to go into Tricorn and then have something to get back with it. But Tricorn 2800, it's a level 8, and if takes a 1 tuner, and this one flips, it takes non-tuner beast types. And then if it's destroyed by your opponent's card, by any way, you can resummon one of the other 2 unicorns. These cards are not good, but I think they look pretty neat, and I want to talk about them, so that's why I have them here. But like I said, most likely we'll go into them though, because like even the like beast package line that we have, like I already talked about, I would much rather go into Catastor in 99% of the cases. That is obviously if Jeexx ends up playing like something that is has a dark focus, then Catastor is much less good. But I feel like looking at this at like stuff like Naturia scraps, it just results in Earth being the most likely. The beasts too. Everything just ends up pointing towards the direction of like Earth being more likely. But yeah, that is the deck that we're gonna be playing today. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns, and hopefully the games are good. Like I said, I'm expecting a less powerful. This would be like a less powerful set overall, just like there's not like the big like oof like super powerful stuff, like even the individual cards like Solemn Warning and Effect Veiler, like being the individual blowouts, like they slow the game down as well. And like some like just because of the existence of Solemn, we have to be like aware of our plays. Like if our opponent has something set in the back row, like you gotta be scared, like okay, is that a Solemn? Like if you commit to a Synchro Summon and you get Solemned, it's just really bad. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the deck breakdowns regardless, and I will see you all in the dueling zone next. What is up, ladies and lads, and welcome back to Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, and we're now back with the Duelist Revolution as well as TurboBack 3. It feels like it's been a little bit since we... 3, wait, it is 3? Yes, 3.
Doobie.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I already forgot, but yeah. That is what we're dealing with today, and we discussed it a little bit before we started recording. But how do you feel about the set, Jeexx?
I don't think it's anything revolutionary to the Duelist of the time.
That would hurt more than finishing second place last time in our bi-weekly for Grand Blue Fence versus Rising.
That's a Krill issue if you want.
That is a Krill issue. I cannot deny the fact. But yeah, let's just get right to it. So let me get my coin flipper out, and
Champ.
the coin flip has really been, letting me down lately. I must admit. But yeah, best of luck, gamer.
Oh, no. Wait. Gonna activate Part of Duality.
But now you cannot special summon.
Oh no.
Oh, my I see a Ally of Justice Cyclone creator. That is surely there just so you can play Ally of Justice and not for any other reason.
No. I will take the Horn of the Phantom Beast to my hand, and then I will shuffle my deck. And then I will...
Phantom Beast.
Horn of Phantom Beast. And then I will normal summon Mind Mole. And I will set 2 cards.
The mole is here.
The mole is here. Ooh. Fear the mole. Fear the old mole.
I am quite afraid of the mole. And, interesting. This is certainly quite interesting.
Yep.
Honestly, I think I will set a monster.
Yeah.
Set a back row. And
I'll pass.
I will call it there.
I will take my turn. I will normal summon
Well,
Scrap Hunter.
Oh, yep.
I will
Nothing on that.
attack. Into the face down.
It is a scrap beast, but it will just get not popped by its own effect since it was not face up, but there is nothing else in the grave, so it doesn't matter.
Man, that's unfortunate.
I got nothing.
That's very, very sad, very unfortunate. I didn't want it to die.
Oh, well, that's an interesting rip. I would like to attempt to normal summon a scrap chimera.
I would like to activate Solemn Warning. Fuck you.
Well, that's quite
That's what
unfortunate.
we in the business call a krill issue.
Yep.
I'll turn.
I got nothing there. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Yep. Go ahead.
Wow, that's so cool.
Is it?
This is very fun and interactive, is it not?
Yep.
Are you
I'm personally having a blast.
are you not entertained, my fellow kids? This requires something that I don't have. This requires something that I can't do. This could be big, and that could be big. This could be huge, but I don't think I want to do that. I would prefer to do this. This is the thing that I would like to do. What do I want to do? Do I want to go for?
That's a good question.
And the answer is abso-motherfucking-lute. I'm gonna normal summon Plague Spirit Zombie. I'm gonna go combat. I'm gonna go face.
Yep, I got nothing.
Yeah, then I'll attack with Light Ball.
Yep.
Then I'll attack with Scrap Hunter.
And then I reveal that I take
Nightmare Force.
1600 points of damage.
No! How can this be?
So that's an 8.
I don't. Why do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Fuck that. I set one card and pass.
Yep. Well, I would like to attempt to normal summon Scrap Chimera.
Yeah, you're fine. You can do that. Yeah, go for it. Can't do anything about that.
Let's get a tuner going. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
If there's another song, I'm going to be extremely sad.
I'm afraid it cannot be another solemn. So.
But yeah, I would like to attempt to bring out a Scrap Dragon.
I will allow it.
Well, awesome. I mean, Mole, I can't beat over by battle. Blade Spreader will come back, but
Not my Scrap Hunter. How will I ever recover if my Scrap Hunter gets destroyed?
I'm just trying to think what stuff was there in the set. I know you got Horn of the Phantom Beast. Because you added it
What
with...
now? Nah. I did not want to utilize my value engine. What do you mean?
But it's like... That was Beast or Beast Warriors?
Yeah, Beast or Beast Warriors.
But I can't... what other... I don't... You know, I don't remember what other shit there is. So I'm just not going to think about it. I'm going to punch the Scrap Hunter. For 1,200 points.
It's over, fellas. I'm losing.
Then I will set a card in the back row and I will pass.
I don't really like this.
where the multimole is doing work for now, like just being Ballymoon. I'd rather not pop my own shit in this state. I don't think.
Yeah.
The scary thing here is that I'm just looking at a 2 and a 3 currently with my non-dark monster on the field.
I will activate double cyclone, targeting this thing and this thing. Anything on that?
I'd rather you not do that, though.
Anything on that? Anything on the solemn? You know, and you got another way of preventing me from using this. You know, maybe.
Can I? Yeah, it's my solemn warning. I get.
I'll also do the same in the chain to this thing.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. How about that? You got buddy.
That is unfortunate.
I'm just gonna destroyed by opponent's card and sent to your graveyard. That is a problem. No other must can attack except this card. Damn.
I wish Double Cyclone required you to actually send your own shit so you couldn't chain it, so I would have at least kept one of my solemns.
Oh, it's you target them, target both of them, and then you do it. Oh.
Yeah,
that's why it's actually a usable card.
Yeah, that's I know it's that way. I was referring to, like, I wish it worked like how Jaden used, like that's how Jaden used the emergence rations, where you could send itself and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'd rather in this situation, I'd rather it not be like that, because that's.
I mean, I do kind of have to do that to a degree in this case. I would like to.
Is this the first time he's getting summoned, actually?
Ooh.
Oh no, you. I think you did go.
I've summoned him, yeah. In the Infinity match, yeah, absolutely, I summoned him.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't summon this guy for this. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I gotta just go for Catastrophe here.
Yeah, I mean that. I think that makes sense.
I just gotta do it, and I can't draw off of my Mind Mo. That's unfortunate. That is truly sad. Yeah, and it has to be a Beast Tuner specifically.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's gotta be a Beast monster. True.
The Thunder Unicorn, for example, requires a Beast Tuner rather than a Beast non-tuner monster, which makes this a little bit more difficult. But then I'll just attack into this, and you get the special summon shit.
Or I get to Effect Veiler your Catastor.
In my main phase, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my main phase, yes.
No.
In my main phase.
I'd rather do it when you're attacking, you know.
No, there's that part.
Your opponent's main phase.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Veiler isn't a good
I forgot that Veiler isn't that great.
It's simply.
I still think I do it because keeping my Scrap Dragon is too valuable.
I mean, you can just pop.
Yeah.
Something you said.
Luckily, I have a monster, so this still works. Yeah, I think this is my best course of action. I'll just normal Cyclone Creator and then use Scrap Dragon. And then we'll swing for a 28.
Yep.
Then we'll set a
set
card.
The third solemn warning.
I wish it was judgment, so I could have, in the first case, actually like protected my scrap with the thing. But
bro, this is unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, Effect Veiler still worked because I got the monster, but I definitely will admit that I forgot the line of text.
My God, didn't even read these cards. I can't believe this.
We've been doing a Yu-Gi-Oh series for, at this point, over a year. You assume I read cards?
Yes.
Well, then that is a silly assumption to be making. I absolutely do not. Damn. Yeah. Let's go. Side for game 2. All right. A lot of consideration. This is what I arrived to.
Going first, baby.
Yep. Seems right.
Oh,
good luck.
Boy. We're finally doing it. We're gonna activate Scrapyard. We're gonna search our deck for a card, and that card will be a Scrap Tuner.
Yep.
I wonder which Scrap Tuner we will search for. Will it be the bad one? Mayhaps. Mayhaps it will be the bad one. Or will it be the good one? Find out today. It's gonna be the good one.
Damn.
It's gonna be the good one. And then we will activate Pot of Duality.
Yep,
And
that's pretty good.
banish 3 cards from the top of our deck. And then we can add a card
Another scrapyard.
from there. Then we will add another Scrapyard. Gives me the ability to go deeper in my deck, whereas another Duality stalls me out for one more turn, and thus I think another Scrapyard is to play here.
Yep.
And then I activate Scrapyard again, and with
They
this
get
I
another
will
beast,
search
or
for. I think I actually do have to go for. Do I have to go for Scrap Goblin here? Because Scrap Goblin and Beast basically, like, Goblin gives me back Beast if it dies of its own effect, and because it can't be destroyed by actually. If you use Scrap Dragon on it, it still activates. So I think it's actually probably worth getting that. But it's a 3, and the 3 doesn't go into anything.
Yep.
So in that regard, I do just maybe want to get another. Fuck, I think I do have to go and diversify my shit because these refuel each other. And then I normal summon my beast, and then
Yep.
I set 2 cards and pass.
Alrighty then. Well. Now, what would you have set in the back row? I think what we will do is I will simply set a card, set a monster, and set a card in the back row and pass on that.
At the end of your turn,
Ooh.
I will activate Scrap Storm to target my Scrap Beast, and to send from my deck to the graveyard a Scrap Chimera.
Yep.
And then I will draw one card,
pop beast,
destroy
and
Scrap
Chimera
Beast,
to hand.
add Beast, and use Beast to add Chimera. And
Yep.
yeah, and pass.
That seems pretty good.
I stand by main, and I will. Bada bing, bada boom.
Inevitable doom.
Fucking hell. This sucks. I'm just gonna normal some Scrap Chimera into the warning.
I don't have a warning, but I do have a DD Crow. So
oh no!
Banish the beast with that.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. Okay. And then I'll just do that.
Yep, it is a scrap beast of my own.
Okay, and then I go main phase 2, and I shut dish and pass.
Now that is interesting. So I know you have a goblin in hand. I don't know the other 2 cards, correct?
Yep, correct. Yeah. Very much correct.
Yeah, I think I will simply set a monster again, and I will pass.
I will stand by main. I will go in to battle phase and attack using Scrap Chimera. And
is a goblin.
Okay. Unfortunate. Um, fuck it. I'm gonna normal summon Goblin. I'm gonna
Yep.
sit. And I'm passing.
Alrighty. I accept my turn. 3 back row is so scary.
Against this deck, yeah. That's...
Like when we have any solid cards in the format, like that alone is so terrifying.
Yeah, and on top of that, we also have quick play spells and equip cards and whatnot else. Like it's
Yeah, there's a lot of back row here. Because this is so fucking greedy. Like, it's insane how greedy this is. That's 3 back row. Oh. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. But I'm doing it. I would like to tribute summon Scrap Goblin.
Yeah.
For a golem.
For a golem?
Yep. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Then I would like to use Golem's effects. There are no 9s I would like to go into to attempt to get back a Scrap Goblin. Is that okay?
On the resolution of that, I will activate Cloak and Dagger and declare Scrap Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Then, oh yeah, I did one. Then, the problem here is you would not do this if you didn't have exactly the or not the Phantom Beast set. Because, like, here, me swinging into Chimera is actually pretty awkward for you. And there is no way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you know what?
I have another card in this deck that allows me to have recursion, right?
I'm actually doing this. I'm just swinging into Goblin for the 23. I know it's
No! This can't be!
There we go,
He saw through my play!
And at least I get the damage off before you get to do your shenanigans. But then I'll pass.
I will activate in your end phase.
Yep.
Scrap Store, targeting my Scrap Goblin. I will mill to the graveyard. The same thing as before, and then I will draw one, and I will pop Scrap Goblin, and then I will activate the effect of Scrap Goblin in the graveyard to return Chimera to my hand.
And
then I take my turn.
Yeah, because there was a card on the field destroyed by a card effect. I would like to Chain Whirlwind, pop this thing, and Cloak and Dagger.
No, how can this be?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there was any way you'd do that play without the Horn set. But yeah,
no.
This still sucks because yeah,
scammed, destroyed, distraught, fucked. Now,
that's a lot of cards in your hand.
You know, the actual big brain play that you might have had in store for me is effect failure on this.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh no. No. No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Go ahead and make yours fucking Scrap Archfiend.
Bro, ain't no way you ain't got shit. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, it's a big dumb idiot.
Yeah, we swing over this.
This one first, yeah. That's great. I got nothing on that. I take 400. And then Scrap Goblin is...
Yeah, we kill it in the turn phase. Yeah, and then dies, and then you get to return Scrap Beast.
I think... Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to get anything else. I'll just get Beast back to my hand. You and your goddamn back rows, huh?
Value engine goes brrr. Now this time I'm not getting shit stomped by a single scrap dragon on turn 2.
Yep,
Turn
that
3,
is
sorry. Turn 3.
correct. It's so greedy. But I'm so behind in tempo, I honestly think we'll give it a shot. I would like to attempt to normal summon a scrap recycler. Is that okay?
Wait. What would you even send? I'm legitimately curious. You have read the card, right?
Yep, I know. It on normal summon it sends a machine from a deck to graveyard, and you can then once per turn shuffle specifically 2 level 4 Earth Machine monsters to the deck from the grave to draw. That is what it does.
You have Wise Man's Chalice. You use Wise Man's Chalice. No. What? What?
I'm assuming that's okay.
No. That's the thing. It's not okay.
Oh.
That's why I'm sitting here like, what the fuck are you doing? What would you send? What Earth machine what machine monsters are in the set that you could send for this? That
Yeah,
could
that's
do
not
anything?
specifically Earth Machine.
Yeah. After that, what do you have? Like, you can use Scrap Storm to pop this card to send another scrap monster from the deck to the graveyard, then draw 1 card and destroy the monster on the field, right? And then if you have some card that requires you have no cards in the field, like Wise Man's Chalice, I think it's called, you can use that to special summon the machine monster that you just sent to the graveyard, and then you use that effect to do something.
That's an
So,
interesting line that you just described.
and if you do that, you can probably have 2 in the grave somehow. And if you can't, then I'm so confused on what you're gonna be doing. I'm straining super hard, but I feel like there has to be a line here. So no, it's not okay.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll go
Scrap Storm.
set a card in the back row and pass.
Okay. I'm gonna summon. This is stupid.
Is it?
What I'm thinking about is stupid as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it for the homies. I'm gonna summon Mind Mode.
Let's
I'm
go,
gonna
Mo.
swing with Scrap Chimera on this. I'm gonna activate Horn of the Phantom Beast on it. Give it 800.
Yep. And I take 16 from this.
And I draw 1
You
card.
get a draw.
And then I attack using Mind Mode.
Yep. Nothing on
And
that.
I attack using Scrap Archfiend.
That is also fine.
And now, Misetomoro. Pass. And now, Wise Man's Chalice on the Scrap Recycler. Motherfucker.
Is this okay, or do you have the second failure?
I don't know.
I would like
What do
to
you
send
summon with this?
Rescue
Summon
Cats to the grave. Summon 2 level 3 or lower beast monster from my deck.
this monster again. You summon Mind Mole and was there even level 3 that didn't require? Wasn't a Nomi monster?
And then I would like to get with that a mole and you're not ready for this. A Unihorn Familiar.
God damn. I forgot this exists.
Yep. Then I would like to
Yep.
tune these two for a Catastor.
Yep, that's fine. Oh, nice. Thank you for placing it there. Yeah. Where are you gonna go? Who you gonna attack?
Then, I have my main monster zones are so full.
They're important to have open. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's very, very important to not waste your main monster zones. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Now the question is, I actually think it makes more sense to. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely. I'll beat over Chimera.
Yep. That's fine.
And now I'm not doing damage here because I'm sitting on Catastor, but at least we can stem the bleeding a little bit. So I will just pass on that.
Bro, no way. Ain't no way.
So like chances of you ripping a level 4 tuner and just messing me up are way higher than you find. I feel like than you finding a effect veiler, which you can then normal to go into Scrap Dragon.
Yeah, level 4. Oh yeah.
Yeah, wait, Chimera, because if you rip Beast, then you can just go into that, and you have 2 Beasts, but you also have another Scrapyard, so you can just get it that way. So, and I'm super low life anyway, so the couple hundred points of damage doesn't really matter.
Gonna set 3 and pass. Set 2 and pass. Sorry.
All right. Now, what would your set be, huh? I'm actually pretty worried about that. Like, what would the set be? Alright, let's attempt to normal summon a Trident Warrior.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
I think that makes sense, I think that's
No.
fair, yeah. I think at this point, you couldn't set Egotistical Ape because it's a level 5, so you would have to tribute set it to use that to go into... Bro. Wait, you're setting a... If this is another mole, and you have Egotistical Ape and another beast in your hand that you can use to go into Scrap Dragon.
If I already had, why wouldn't I have just done that?
That's
because
question.
I'm afraid of your back row.
Probably that.
The one that you haven't used on anything, even though I've literally had you've had multiple chances of it being used against things effectively. I don't think that's likely, isn't?
I'm still beating over the mole.
Okay. Goodbye, Mo.
Imagine if Catastor also did,
Bro, that would be broke.
Battle damage. That would.
Imagine it deals the difference.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I'll just pass on that.
Fucking hell.
Now, if you set the effect veiler, I will commend you. That is impressive.
I will flip summon Scrap Hunter. And I will.
Can select face card one tuner from your deck. No, I will
I will.
not allow for this.
No!
I am no.
You want to know what I had in hand?
Oh shit.
That's a scrap chimera play for next turn, and that's it.
Yeah, it is. You wanna know what
That's
I
the only
had
thing.
in my hand?
Yeah.
And
I
another recycle. Oh, okay. Now this is okay. It was real impressive with all your thought process with scrap recycling, but you want to know the real reason I went for that shit?
Yeah.
I'm literally like, at this point, I'd rather sacrifice fucking life points to just mill one thing out of my deck to draw into more shit. I do appreciate you going into, you know, this very
Bro, like if you had that line going, if you had something for that line, if you wanted to mill as many cards as possible, I was like, that's fucking. This guy's playing 5D chess right now. He's got 0 cards in hand. He's got like 3 cards in hand. He's got a Scrap Recycler. He just summoned it. He's got Wise Man's Chalice and Scrap Storm. And if he has both of these, he can do it multiple times and he can mill like 5 cards and he can draw 1 card. It's broken. I gotta stop this. I was scared. I'm gonna be honest.
I appreciate it.
Which
And
is
honestly, like, that was like, if I had the line, then yeah. But
like even then, I don't know
can
what
you
you
your
could
deck?
have
I want
done.
to see what you were working with here.
I was working with the exact same shit as you were.
All right. I like the double cyclone.
I can't mill for some reason. Yeah. So the idea with the double cyclone is I can't mill again. So idea was purely because I have many quick plays. I can use a double cyclone on itself or on a scrap storm and pop a thing on the field. And because the spells will resolve anyway, it's perfect. Works perfectly.
Yeah. My choice for the the double cyclone slot was the chain whirlwind. Since I was playing scrap, I initially had 3, and then like for this one I sided out of one of them. I
felt like
I was initially thinking of playing a single Miraris. Not Miraris Wake. That's a whole different card game. Miracle's Wake.
Miracle's Wake.
Yeah.
I had a reanimation wave in here as well.
That's cool.
Which was specifically for like a situation where Catastor is attacking directly. You get damage on me, and then I just summon like Scrap Dragon back. And I hope that works.
Yeah. Also, I for this one I completely forgot about like the scrap because I was like scrap Archfiend is a shitter, and that was just all it was. There. I completely forgot about the Archfiend thing, so I didn't have Archfiend Zombie Skull and that way Plague Spread actually.
Buddy.
Yep. I mean,
you forgot.
Scrap Dragon is a good level 8, so it's nice.
Yeah.
But obviously, like in some cases, I would like to have because like. Let's say all you have in your field is a Scrap Dragon. In that situation, if I get a line that I can go into a level 8 with, then obviously I would not want to go into a Scrap Dragon of my own. I'd rather in that case go for RDA.
Yeah.
So that is where it definitely would have mattered. But yeah, I forgot about that. I will admit, I did not put that much thought into this. I was like, so we were working it. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of interested. I've been kind of interested in playing scrap, so I'll just see what I can work with there, and then I just threw in a bunch of like other B stuff, and that's it. You were on one rescue cat. I mean, I guess you had way lower beast, so.
Yeah, so I had an issue while playtesting where I couldn't find ways to effectively use rescue cat.
Oh yeah, since you
I didn't have level 3 tuner. Yeah. So I was like, I would need something for this, but I want rescue cat specifically so that if I do rip it and I happen to have a perfect line for it, which isn't, well, not perfect line, but like I happen to have a line for it, which is kind of likely to happen with stuff like Plague Splitter in the deck, and even honestly Egotistical Ape.
Yeah.
Having the ability to summon 2 moles and using 2 moles to summon a level 8. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's 2 draws.
Yeah.
That's more than 1.
I had 2 moles in my side, and I had 2 Unihorned familiars in my side, and they were basically just waiting for, okay, like game 2, I will go into Rescue Cat, and then I'll also put them in. What did I take away from that? Oh yeah, I removed one golem. I removed one chain whirlwind. I removed the what's his face? The Ally of Justice card, since didn't need that anymore. I removed one DD Crow, one Effect Veiler, and I can't remember the two other cards I took out. Yeah. What were the other two? Oh yeah, a single pot of duality, and then whatever my last one was. I was
Oh, you
on
don't
one.
have any dualities.
Yeah, I was on one pot, but I removed it for this one.
I feel like we weren't gonna be special summoning a lot on turn 1 anyhow, so I felt like having duality at 3 is the right way to go because it adds a level of consistency to the deck that like doesn't really have that
Yeah,
much consistency to begin
if
with.
I had more of them, then I definitely would have kept them. But since I was only on literally one, and I wouldn't want to, in most cases, have them for others, because like then later on you have stuff like Chimera, you have Egotistical Ape, you have Rescue Cat, I have Trident Warrior. Like they're actually like later on, like you have so many actual like very relevant lines for special summoning. So I didn't feel like I'd want it later on. But like initially, I don't even remember why I ended up only putting one in there. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like later on it's obviously gonna cause a situation where your opponent already has a card set on the field. So activating a pot of duality and then waiting or basically stalling out a turn is probably not gonna make your situation any better.
yeah,
It's just you're preventing yourself from special summoning. Your opponent's setting up solemns, double cyclones, cloak and daggers, whatever the fuck, and
yeah,
you just can't get things going.
yeah. It's still slow enough that we can actually utilize stuff like that. So
Yeah, exactly. But I think overall this set is a little undertuned, I guess, in
it's
comparison to like the previous few sets. It feels like, man, this didn't have much going on.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
to be fair, we have the latest comparisons we have are a terminal set, which obviously has a lot more in there, and
Yeah.
then the anniversary episode before that, where we were actually just playing like powerful decks.
Yeah.
So, but still, like it definitely feels like, even like thinking about just like overall recent stuff, like it definitely feels like lower on the power scale, where like individual mobs like Scrap Dragon and Catastar can just win games, which basically like Scrap Dragon alone won me game 1, okay, with Effect Veiler in Catastar game 2. And like the reason why that happened game 1 was because I had the way to deal with Catastar. But
Yeah. I
yeah, go ahead.
I, I feel like the line that I thought of for scrap recycler, because I couldn't think of a like actual payoff for it. I kind of just went like, there is ways he can use scrap recycler with these specific shitty cards that he may or may not be running, and if he does do that, that would enable him to. Well, he'll give me a level 3 at the end of it, unless he has 2 scrap storms somehow. But like the odds of that happening. Wait, this is no.
Yeah,
The odds of
that's
that happening are very high
yeah, yeah, that's fair.
for you. But yeah,
That is a fair sum, and especially since I am known to be one to rip some miracles.
because you went like, "Oh, this is really greedy." That's kind of what we make more like, wait. How could playing a simple scrap recycler be greedy?
Okay, it was
My guy,
the reason for me it being greedy was literally I want to go one deeper into my deck and just normal summon a monster that will result in me taking a lot of damage. That was the greedy line there. I was not going for a psychological warfare in terms of that.
fucking, this guy literally mind gaming me.
I do
I played
appreciate.
myself.
I do appreciate though you giving me that much credit. I do
It's-
appreciate it. But
I never
overall,
assume.
yeah, always just assume the worst of me. Like, if I make a deranged play, oh, you're making a deranged play because you are deranged. It's like, all right. And then if I actually pull off a play like that, then it's gonna be like, oh shit, you know. But overall, like given what like I think expectations we had coming into this, I feel like this ended up actually being a pretty nice episode.
Yeah, we had actual mind games. Oh my!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Real cards?
Yeah, I will take credit for calling out the Phantom Point, despite like it obviously being a, you know, it was a very much it makes sense for you obviously to do this thing, but I can't give myself credit often, so you know, when there's even a crumb of a chance that I can do it, I gotta take those. You know how it is. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this time. And the next time we will be back with Duel Terminal 3 and Hidden Arsenal 3, which is what I will keep saying. As I think Hidden Arsenals are literally like the same thing. Like it's just the new cards from the Duel Terminal. So it's like Duel Terminal 3, Hidden Arsenal 3 just means Duel Terminal 3. But, you know, I will keep saying this until the day I die for whatever reason.
It's better for the thumbnail.
Okay. It's also true because, like, only putting the same dual terminal machine there doesn't really tell you a lot. So, yeah. It does look a lot better when there's a Brionac or a Trishula in there with my dumb face, so... Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching as always, and hopefully we'll see you next time for Duel Terminal 3 action. And take it easy, y'all, and peace.